It's time, guys. I'm talking Dupes Part 2, Electric Dupaloo. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Let's get to the good stuff. We're gonna jump right in for shopping for the new round of dupes that has come out. We are shopping for puff dress dupes today, and I am super excited because these dupes look really, really good. They have actual product photos. They don't have, shall we say, borrowed photos from the internet. And they also have some product videos, so I'm really excited to see what we're gonna get. Just like in my previous video, I'm gonna be focusing on dupes from Aliexpress because when you shop someplace like Forever 21 or Shein, you really know what you're gonna get because they do their own product photos, the reviews are reliable. But when you do Aliexpress, it has a bit of a reputation of being less reliable. So I feel like when we shop there, we're taking more of a risk, and that's where we're gonna focus today. I'm gonna start with a store that I haven't tried before, and they have a bunch of the longer puff dresses, which I kind of prefer because I need a little length, but they don't seem to have any of their own videos or photos of the products, so I feel like we're taking a little bit of a risk here. It says they're only about $16, but then you pay an extra $7 in shipping, so it's actually, $25, about standard for what we've paid for the other dupes. But I'm gonna go ahead and get two dresses from this store in different prints. I'm gonna get this blue French print, and then I'm gonna get a pink rose sort of Renaissance print. They only have sizes small through double extra large, so if you're outside that range, I am, then you might have to do some tailoring. I'm hoping it runs a little bit small so that it fits, but just by going by measurements, it seems like it's going to be a little bit big. So we're going to get two of those. Oh, I love this. It's similar to one that I tried on in the last video, which is like a French Marie Antoinette style with the deep neckline and the ruffles and the bows, but it has this light purple floral print. Is it just me, or do a lot of these prints look like bed sheets and curtains from the 80s? Like, I grew up in the 80s and I had friends who had money, and I remember them having these Laura Ashley, Jessica McClintock, fancy style curtains and sheets and bedding, and all of it looks like it was taken straight from their rooms and made into clothing. Still love them, not complaining, just very strongly reminds me of being in the 80s. All right, so this French style dress is a little more expensive. It's almost $40, free shipping, only small, medium, large. So the sizing is limited, but they do have their own video of the product and their own photos, which is encouraging. Guys, they have this peach fuzz dress, and it looks like it's the silk organza, and it's that my absolute favorite shade of pink, and it's got the little white across the top with the bows on the shoulders. It's $35, only small, medium, large, but we're doing it. And I don't care if I have to have it tailored. This is gorgeous, and I loved the original, so I'm definitely getting the dupe. I have another of my favorites. Okay, I almost bought the original. This close. Almost. But now they have this dupe, and I couldn't afford it. I just couldn't afford the original. But, oh, this one, it's so pretty. So it's like a cotton, looks like cotton, with the puff sleeves and a corset lacing at the front in a very Renaissance style. Again, only small, medium, large, and again, it's almost $40. So it is on the higher end of what dupes range for. Once again, they have their own videos and they have their own photos, and so I'm doing it. We're doing it. We're getting this one. There is one thing I've learned from doing these, especially with all of the shipping issues and everything that's been going on, and that is to not start making this video until some of these things get here. So some of them are here today. I'm going to be doing the crinkly unwrapping off camera because that is really annoying to listen to that loud sound in the microphone. And then we're going to be doing a try on of, I think, let's see, today I have 3 from this order have already arrived, and one from the previous order that I had given up as lost has gotten here. So that one, if you recall, was like a Paisley lotus print puff inspired dress, and it did finally show up. It took about 8 weeks. And I had already contacted the company and they said they'd give me a refund if it didn't get here, but at the last minute it showed up, so we're going to try that on today too. Okay, so this is that Paisley dress from the previous. I'm going to say the print is pretty, but I really feel like the biggest failing in these is that they use this really tacky white lining. If they had used a second layer of organza in the same print, or if they had used a beige lining to match it, this would be a very nice dress. But this really white underneath stuff, it really, I think, in my opinion, makes it look kind of cheap. It is a $20 dress, so it is cheap, but I really feel like it is missing its potential here, and that if it had just had like a double layer of the organza, it would look so much nicer than this white washed out. I just don't think it does the dress justice. Anyway, yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this one. It looks okay. So let's try it on. Here it is. It's not my favorite. That's why we're doing it first and getting it out of the way. It's the white underneath that just makes this really boring and really blah. This is a really nice print. It's really a nice print, but it's just totally lost with this white lining underneath. It's just super boring. I don't like it. Nothing wrong with the dress itself. It fits true to size. It's big. I ordered a size big, so it fits true to size. Zipper, you know, elastic here, no stretch here. It's past my knee, so it's a good length in case you're interested in creating more of a waist. I always belt these Empire dresses right at their waistline, and that way where it stops is right about the narrowest point of my waist, so it does create a longer long line silhouette instead of it just stopping here. But you know, it's okay. Not my favorite, so let's move on. So this long French puff style dupe does not look bad. I think it's actually a pretty decent print. And, you know, this is, so you've got the zipper at the back and you've got some stretchy sleeves and the front here. It doesn't look bad, and it is nice and long. It is a single layer of printed organza, followed by some white lining and a second layer of more opaque lining underneath that's also white and plain. And once again with this dress, I really feel that if they had done 2 layers of the organza print, it would have looked a little bit nicer, and honestly, I would have paid a few bucks more. Organza is an extremely cheap fabric. It's one of the cheapest fabrics out there, so doing a double layer in it would not have raised the price of production that much, and I really wish they had done that, but they didn't. Still looks cute, so we will try this $25 puff dress on. So as far as facsimiles go, this is a nice one. I think it's actually pretty nice on the print. The print shows up really well. The colors show up well. It's maybe slightly big, but again, it's supposed to be because I ordered a size big, which is good news for you because it means it runs more true to size. To be honest with you, when I took this out of the package, I was a little underwhelmed, but seeing it on, I actually do like the way that it looks. And I even think that you could wear it with a belt and it would look nice. It's still quite full in the waist, but it's not the poof fullness where even if you put a belt on it, it's just kind of smashed and spilling out the sides. I think you could belt this pretty well. I'm a little bit, I don't know if you can see, but I can see. I have my bloomers on just in case, and you can see them through the dress. So even though you do have several layers here, it's still pretty see-through, so probably keep that in mind. But overall, for about $25, it's a really nice dupe, I think. I think it's actually a really pretty dress. And, you know, $25, not bad. I'm gonna admit something to you guys. When I lost the first dress in shipping, I didn't think too much of it, but when the second dress I thought went missing, I started to panic a little bit because I had already ordered this dress and I wanted it so badly that I was afraid it was going to get lost too, and I almost ordered a second dress just to have in case it got lost. And then I thought if they both show up, I'll just like resell one. I calmed down. I realized I was being totally irrational and just like giving into panic, but it's here. It did show up, and I am so excited for this beautiful dress. This fabric is so soft. It's shiny. Everything on it is just so gorgeous. They've got a matching pink zipper. They've got the bows on the, you know, the big frilly bows on the sleeves. It's a nice length, and they've done pink organza to line it with instead of white. Now you've only got the 2 layers. You've got the top layer and then an organza lining layer, but they went with pink instead of white. And it's little decisions like that that make it a more tasteful piece. Plus I paid a little more for it, so I'm glad that they made it nicer. So this peach fuzz dress, really to me, I feel like it's just, again, paid more, but like worth every penny because it's so pretty. zipper down the back. You have elastic at the ruffled sleeves here. And then there's no elastic here. These are just going to sit straight on the shoulders. So there is some elastic here at the chest, but I don't really think it has a function. It's more just for looks. Okay, at long last, this is the one that I have been most waiting for that's here already. The other one, actually, I'm waiting equally. This one and that Renaissance style corset one, those are the ones that I have really been waiting with anticipation for. So let's try this one on. Well, it is slightly too big. You can see if I take it here. So I might have to do some adjustments to the bodice. And these are not my favorite. I feel like they should be tacked. So I might put in just a stitch here and then a stitch on the back just to tack them down, or I might remove them entirely. But, you know, overall, I'm still incredibly pleased with the dress because I still think it is very pretty and very well made. And it is supposed to fit true to size, so it is supposed to be big. That's not a bad thing. I just was hoping for me personally, very selfishly, that it would run a little small, but I can definitely take this in just a bit so that it fits a little bit better. Where the fabric is gathered around the waist and then here at the sleeves where you have some gathering and some knots, it is a little itchy. The fabric itself is very soft and doesn't, you know, irritate, but these places right here where it's gathered, they're rubbing a little bit already and they're a little bit itchy, so something to keep in mind. So let me just show you close up. Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite dupes that I've gotten so far because it is also, it's longer. Like this is almost knee length on me and I'm 5'6", so I'm kind of a little bit more tall. And you know, like my bloomers, they're way up here, which some of these dresses show the bloomers, that's how short they are, and this one completely covers them. So this is my favorite so far. Yeah, I can't wait to go out and take pictures in this dress. And I can't wait to just wear it as soon as I take it in. It's to be taken in a bit, but then look out, world. Okay, so this very long French Marie Antoinette style gown, I ran it through the steamer because it was incredibly, it was so wrinkled you really couldn't tell which part was the ruffledies and which was the regular skirt. So I ran it through my steamer really quick. And if you can see, I think the back is easier to see, the print is really nice. It's a very soft purple floral print with ribbons on it, and it's really pretty. You have bows at the sleeves and a bow at the waist, which I went ahead and tied. You have the ruffled overskirt layer, and then the underskirt layer, and then you just have one single layer of a white lining. So it's not a terribly heavy dress. It's very lightweight, and it's also not in the original style dress, which is ball gown length, you know, it's on the floor and beyond. And this is probably about mid-shin, so it's not going to be quite as long, but it is a very pretty dress. All right, let's try this dress on. So as you can see, this is not a floor length gown. Definitely if you were wanting to wear it to like the Bridgerton ball, you would probably need a petticoat at least, and you might just want to go with a different gown if you want something sweeping the floor, because this isn't going to do it. But to me, I think it's actually nice because I don't want something dragging the ground, and I think that the print shows up really well. The fullness is actually more practical, so I would probably wear it out and about. But again, if you're going to a ball, if you're doing a costume party or cosplaying, get a petticoat and just have it be a very full dress. Bows at the sleeves. The sleeves actually are staying quite puffy on their own. I don't feel that the neckline is so revealing like some of the other dresses that we've tried. It's actually a pretty nice length. I'm very happy that I bought this one because I really did like the print, and I think that it shows up really well in this dress. You know what I've just noticed? There's some, I don't know if you can see this, black dots all the way across here, like something has been spilled. It's just on the tip of this ribbon. I don't see it anywhere else on the dress, which is nice, but it's not great. It's not great. The rest of the dress I do like though. It fits fairly well, which means, because I bought it a size big, do pay attention because it probably runs small. Let me show you the back. And these bows are just sewn in with a single seam. So if you didn't like it at the waist or on the sleeves, if you felt like that was too much, you could easily take them off and it wouldn't ruin the dress at all. You maybe could make even like a sash or something out of them so they wouldn't go to waste. The final two dresses have arrived. Beginning to end, this entire process took about 6 weeks to get all of the dresses that I ordered, which isn't the worst shipping time in the world, but it definitely has been a little frustrating at times. 2 weeks is kind of the max on my patience, so anything longer than that and I start to get nervous. Anyway, they are here and we're gonna go ahead and talk about them and try them on. It was a gift, a godsend, a blessing, whatever you want to call it. I was incredibly thankful to find this dress because I did not have the money for the real deal. The Renaissance dupe has this beautiful floral print. And immediately when I opened it, I ironed it and put the corset lacing in because I wanted to go right out and take pictures. Now, unlike a lot of the other dresses we've tried, this feels like a lightweight cotton fabric. A lot of the others have been organza, but this feels like cotton, and it's actually a very nice lightweight. Not so lightweight that it is sheer, but not so heavy that you're going to be dying in the heat. The bodice does have these cups. There's no corset boning, there's no support in them, they're just cotton cups sewn into it. You have elastic at the sleeves for the shoulder and at the cuff. There's really no other elastic in the dress, there's no stretch at the waist, and this does provide just a little bit of cinch, but you have to keep in mind when you cinch here, you're getting spillage here. So I'm not going to cinch it too much because it's going to make the fabric kind of pucker oddly unless you happen to have the kind of chest that's going to fill that space, which I don't. Simple zipper down the back, and one thing I want to show you is that some of these dupes they've kind of done very basically with white zippers, white lining. This one they took the time and they did a matching zipper, which I think is a nice touch. This dress is lined at the bodice, but it is unlined in the skirt. And I really feel like if they had added a lining to it, it probably would have made it much heavier. So I think that was probably a good choice in designing this dress. Okay, let's try on this Renaissance dupe. This dress makes me so happy. I love it so much. I love everything about this dress. The sleeves are perfect. The bodice fits really well. I did order a small, but as you can see, there's not a ton of room here, maybe just a little bit, and maybe this lacing kind of helps with that to make it more fitted. I think everything about this is gorgeous. I'm so happy with this dress. Let me show you the close-up of these gorgeous sleeves. I struggled with this lacing a little bit just to keep all of the laces from getting twisted as I put them through, but now that it's done, I'm going to leave it alone and never mess with it again. Okay, the final dress is another puff dress dupe, French puff dupe, so it's much longer, and I'm doing it right out of the package, so it is going to be wrinkled. So let me show you up close. And it's just, you know, the basic puff style. So you have elastic here, no give in the waist, and, you know, it's probably mid-calf length. The bodice is lined with white, and there are 2 layers of white lining to the skirt with your organza layer over the top. All right, let's try on this final puff dress dupe. It's nice enough. Very pretty print. I did notice this. Let me see if I can show you. Some of the selvage, looks like, on the fabric has been left here, and I don't know if you can see it, but it creates this very awkward streak of colors. This fits fairly true to size. I ordered a small, and as you can see, if I tug on it just a little bit, I have several inches of fabric here, so I would say fits true to size. They have small, medium, large, and that's it. Not super long, very lightweight, and yeah, apart from the little selvage issue, not much to say about it. It's a cute dress. Thanks so much for joining me for this video, guys. If you loved seeing this video all about these puff dress dupes, then you will be pleased to hear that we have one more puff dress dupe video on the way. That's right, Dupes 3, the dupening. In the meantime, if you'd like to follow me on my blog or on Instagram, I'll leave the links for those. I will leave the links for all of these beautiful dresses in the description, and please feel free to comment if you have any suggestions for brands or dresses you'd like me to try, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.